Imagine a universe where humanity survives not on planets, but on a fragile network of space-time currents known as the flow. You are part of the Interdependency, a galactic empire that has thrived for centuries by controlling these currents, only to discover that the flow is ending. But when you realize that the collapse isn't a natural phenomenon, but the result of political greed and scientific denial, you understand that survival isn't just about finding a new home, it's about saving a civilization that refuses to believe it's dying. Welcome to the Consuming Fire, the second pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in John Scalzi's The Interdependency series. If you love political space opera tropes, hard sci-fi mystery, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist dismantle a corrupt system through wit, ingenuity, and superior diplomacy, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral tension of impending doom with the profound weight of leadership. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist facing the immediate aftermath of the first book's revelations, thrusting them into a race against time to secure allies before the ruling houses crush their efforts to save humanity. The atmosphere is thick with the hum of strained politics, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where billions perish. Scalzi excels at capturing the psychological toll of command in the face of institutional inertia, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but the extinction of the human race. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular reluctant leader trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting lasers, it's about understanding the complex ecology of galactic politics, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and entrenched power. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a massive level-up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of the interdependency lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual, struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system is not the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. The Consuming Fire is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. John Scalzi has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.